Since Oglethorpe first landed in Savannah, the city's prosperity has been closely tied to the Savannah River. From its beginnings 90 years ago, the Savannah Economic Development Authority, or as it's more commonly known, SEDA, has helped shape that riverfront, connecting industry, investors, landowners, government, and educational institutions to create jobs for the entire region. While SEDA's mission continues to evolve, one thing is clear: Savannah and Chatham County would look very different if it weren't for the work of the Savannah Economic Development Authority. In 1925, Savannah leaders, with a charter from the state of Georgia, formed the Savannah Port Authority. Their charge? To promote commerce for the port. Cotton crops had been decimated, and port cities in the South were turning to manufacturing for jobs. Savannah needed to compete with Charleston and Jacksonville. One of its earliest projects was the establishment of a public municipal dock and terminals to attract new business, 20 years before Georgia Ports Authority was established. Aside from that initial involvement in infrastructure, for the first 60 years, Savannah Port Authority focused largely on connecting investors with property owners, issuing bonds to facilitate the deal.
To a great extent, we have always been autonomous. By issuing revenue bonds and development bonds for companies coming in, we always had our own flow of income.
Things started to change in 1986. The board was ready to take on a proactive leadership role in drawing new industry and jobs to Savannah.
That's when we hired Dick Knowlton. We conducted a nationwide search, and he was the guy we thought could change things, and he came in and he did change things. He brought us up to date in economic development. It was his idea that we do the Crossroads Business Park.
Underscoring the organization's new mission, to attract national and international business to Savannah for the purpose of creating jobs, the Savannah Port Authority changed its name to the Savannah Economic Development Authority in 1989.
I think it was important just because when you talk to people and you say, I'm with the Economic Development Authority, they understand what you do.
The development of Crossroads Business Center between 1989 and 1995 put Savannah in a position to attract businesses that required large, developed sites. In 1990, Site Selection magazine recognized SEDA's new vision under the leadership of board chairman Hugh Tracy, naming it a top 10 development group nationally and drawing attention to Savannah at a critical time.
There was no better product than trying to sell Savannah.
Crossroads Business Center opened in 1995.
It was really a win for a lot of people, but primarily for us to have a site, so then the next site selector came in looking for something, like Home Depot, came in looking for a site for their distribution center. We had a great site to show them.
SEDA teamed with the state of Georgia and the Georgia Ports Authority to win Home Depot. When the company announced, the Savannah Port was ranked 12th in the nation. Now it ranks 4th. Today, well over $300 million has been invested in Crossroads, and more than 4,000 people are employed there.
The port took off at that time too. They were always doing well, but this was one of the real things that kind of made containerizing really boom in our port and drive a lot of business our way. So it was a pretty exciting time.
In 1998, the winning streak continued with attracting heavy industry, including an all-out push by SEDA to win JCB's bid over neighboring Charleston in overtime.
They came out of the meeting and said, we picked Charleston. They offered them a lot more money than we did. And so everybody got on the phone. It's one of those things where everything worked right. We were able to get a hold of the governor. He was traveling, and we had got him to commit. To make a long story short, they changed their minds and came to Savannah.
SEDA does not only go out and look for new companies to come in, but we want to enhance the activities of the companies who have already selected this area as their home. And of course, the most exciting growth has been with Gulfstream.
Gulfstream Aerospace, now a General Dynamics company, followed a $16 million facility investment in the 90s with a $900 million investment beginning in 2006, expanding its manufacturing and service facilities in Savannah and adding 5,000 new jobs. A move into the 21st century brought an evolution in economic development and SEDA's approach. More than ever, our role became one of building connections. In 2009, SEDA led a public-private partnership with the state of Georgia, the City of Pooler, Georgia Ports Authority, and Mitsubishi Power Systems Americas to win a bid for Mitsubishi's new $350 million plant built on the megasite. In 2011, SEDA laid the foundation for the World Trade Center Savannah to help regional businesses expand globally and to identify more opportunities for foreign investment.
I think we've just come so far in terms of looking beyond Chatham County to the region.
They have been the innovators, the connectors, the folks that had vision. They were very supportive of the Airport Commission when we decided to build the new terminal out, as some people said, North Jacksonville. And they were supporters of the Trade Center when some folks were skeptical. We see what's happened from those two events.
While high-paying manufacturing jobs remain a priority, SEDA is adapting to new opportunities, from the creation and continued support of the Creative Coast to sales, incentives, and workforce programs in specialized industries seeing tremendous growth in Georgia due to state incentives.
In addition to film, we're also interested in creating a place where writing computer code for games will be an attractive opportunity here.
I think SCAD has been a great contributor to that.
I don't know of a more exciting time in the history of Savannah short of when Oglethorpe landed.
Of all of the community service entities in this area, this is the one that I think has the most promise for the community.
Now that we've found out that there's not a problem with looking beyond the county limits and working with our partners in the region, we have to keep moving forward with that.
SEDA's the guy that's got to step up and lead the charge.
We've been the innovators, the connectors, and the visionaries for the first 90 years, and I expect even more vision, more innovation, and greater connections for the next 90 years.
Congratulations, SEDA, on 90 years well served.